Hello and welcome everybody to my channel, Paresh Joshi's YouTube channel. And today we are going to talk about risk management. When we say risk management, it includes everything. The risk at each and every corner of the human life and factories, workplace. So, if you see newspapers or notifications, there are incidents happening every day. In Andhra Pradesh, in the shrimp processing factory, yesterday there was a reaction between acid and alkali due to mistake by somebody, and 107 people fell ill. So that was a factory related toxic gas management failure. Similarly, in Uttarakhand, there was a bus accident in which 36 people died. And over and above, there are several other types of risks, and we need to manage them, mitigate them. And that is what is the purpose of this short video on risk management. So what happens is, major disasters have taken place around the world, right from Piper Alpha, the oil rig mid-sea, which was contracted by none other than ICI. Several people burnt alive. That was the first major incident in Indian and international industrial scenario. The second one was the worst ever, was Bhopal. So these all could have been prevented if risk management was properly done. So what is risk management and what are the methods and how do we resolve and how do you mitigate the risk? That's what I'm going to talk based upon my 48 years of experience. So this is what I'm going to tell you, that there are several different types of risks, like you can say natural disasters where we can't do anything but we can prepare. So emergency response, business continuity plan, enterprise risk management, these are the tools, including risk profiling. So various methods are available which were developed by some experts at some time during the last 100 years. So let us see what all techniques are being used to assess and manage risks. So first is HAZOP. So whenever you are starting a new factory, construction site, there are several risks which are to be considered, and before you commission the plant, this HAZOP has to be done immediately after basic engineering so that you can do better detail engineering. So projects is one area where it is used exclusively. The other thing is hazard identification, which is done by everybody. And one of the technique which is widely used is HERA, which is a part of OSHA's 18000 or now ISO 45001. So HERA is a major initiative developed to mitigate the risk and devise control measures. So this is one way. The second is training. Training will reduce the risk as people become more and more aware about hazards. So hazards, you have to, first of all, you have to have a checklist for identification of hazards like physical, chemical, biological, etc. So you must have a list of hazards against which you carry out HERA activity-wise, considering all these hazards one by one. So that is the purpose. Then there is PSSR, Pre-Startup Safety Review, which is done before any shutdown any change or any campaign if you are taller. So that is another thing. Then comes identify the hazard technique, which we extensively used when I was with Cabot India Limited. And that was considered as a basis for creating risk awareness. So what we used to do, we used to take photographs of some people doing something unsafe, and we used to get these hazards identified by the participants. And that was the basic. And that's the root cause for any accident incident, okay? Then comes emergency response plan. Any emergency can occur if the previous steps are not followed and risk management is not good. So, emergency response plan and preparedness, very important. Then comes business continuity plan. There are scenarios which are not considered in emergency response plan. So, they are considered during business continuity plan. Then there is one more, enterprise resource management, which is done for the entire enterprise. So, risk profiling is a new approach now which has come from mainly US and UK. There is a technique called a tool called bow tie diagram. This diagram identifies prevention barriers and mitigation barriers. Very, very important technique. I can tell you 80% of the factories, chemical factories in India, they do not do this. They do not know this. So whenever I go for audits, I check and I ask them whether they have done risk profiling, which we have done for one of the biggest companies in India with the help of an UK-based expert. Then, natural disasters I have already spoken, plus terrorist activities and many more activities. So, these things are basic and must be known to every employee. So, please discuss about these points with your teams and develop a proper risk management and risk mitigation plan. So that's from my side. Thank you.